Hi, this is gonna be me going over my progress, my workflow, and how I render things. I want to start this video by saying three things. The programs I use are Procreate, Paint SAI, and Clip Studio. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna use Paint SAI too, since that's the one that I use the most. Now, I recommend you create this program legally. It is only $50 and it's for life. It's one payment only, and you get two versions of the program. The version 1 is okay to work with, but I prefer the second version because it allows you to save your progress and you can recover your files quickly and they won't get corrupted. Plus, it has a lot more tools that I use frequently, as you will see soon. I will leave a link in the description for the program to download so you can get it and you can use it. Second of all, I will dump my brushes. All these brushes that you see here in the corner, I will dump them all. They won't be free, of course, but these are all brushes that I've custom made over the years for about 4 or 5 years of things that I've used. These are the brushes that I use the most. These are the brushes that I will recommend to anybody. However, you do not have to use my brushes to get the same results as I do. You can get away with using regular brushes, and I will show you how. Therefore, for the sake of this video, I'm not gonna be using my brushes. I will be using default brushes. I feel like these are default brushes. I don't know. That you can get in the program by default. So there's no way of people saying that, oh, it's not, they don't get the same result because they're not using the same brushes. I'm using default brushes that you can get anywhere. And this tutorial works with any program, I believe, that allows you for clipping masks, clipping layers, all that. Very basic stuff that you can do the same on Procreate. If you're interested in a Procreate tutorial on how I work, how I render, let me know and I'll do it. So let's start. Let's put that away. Now, normally what I do is I have a reference window right there. I have two windows open, one with the character that I'm going to draw and one with the canvas. Now, normally for sketches I use Winged. I don't have a plan in mind. But let's say that for this case the character is a little bit more complicated, or it requires you to have a little bit more details than usual. I in my speed paint videos, it's very noticeable when I do a line that I don't have any sketch below, that I'll just go into line art and start like that. That is not the case for every work that I have, every work that I do. Normally, my sketch layers are so what's the word? My sketch layers are almost not invisible because I don't use sketch layers. But for the sake of this video, I will be using a sketch layer just to show you guys how the process goes. So I start with a big brush, like a 14. I start with a big brush. I normally don't use small ones, but I start drawing very small. You'll see my canvas is very big, but I only use a little part of it. I normally start by the face, the eyes, and the body. I normally start with just sketching loosely a pose for the character in mind. I don't really have a lot to say when it comes to this. This is mostly years of practice, years of anatomy studies and whatnot. So it's not, I can't really go over it in one video, in this video anyway. But this is what I do for when I have to sketch a character that I'm not too familiar with, or it has too many details. And if you hear that that's my clicking on the tablet, sorry, it might get annoying. And the hands are the most complicated part always. That will that will always be an issue for me. So for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna do them really simple. You'll see I don't really press a lot when I'm doing sketches, and that is because I'm sketching very loosely. I will not make any details yet. That will come in the next step, which is rendering. Well, normally you will render a painting or a drawing, but what I like to do is if I like the pose and I don't feel like I need to add anything else, I would just go in with the same brush, pick a smaller size, and then just go and adding details. And from then on, I will erase the parts that don't aren't necessary anymore, like this, for example, and I will just add the details like this. The face is done, and the most complicated part is obviously the body. It will always be the body, but I will just clean my sketch, and that's pretty much what I call rendering. I clean a lot of my sketches a lot. You've seen on my videos before, if you have seen my videos, of course, that I just clean my lines. I don't really do line art. The rare occasions that I do line art are bigger pieces, and there's really not much to say about it. It's just how I like to do my stuff. I will be speeding this up next so you can see what I'm doing, but basically this is what I do for the entire sketch. I will just render it. I will just clean it out. I will do my lines, and they don't have to be perfect because this is just a sketch. But if you were to be doing a painting, I will definitely do a line art. But I'm not doing a line art. I'm not doing line art. So just follow your heart. Okay, now that I'm done with the sketch, what I normally do is make it bigger. I usually go for about double the size, more like. It's just to have good resolution when you want to color in, because you don't want it to be pixelated. And now, there's some multiple ways to go about this. I will just go over the ones that I use the most, which is in the current layer. Select the outside of the sketch. Make sure that you're getting all the little parts like this ones that don't really show much. And I will just invert it and put a layer underneath it. Go with an off-white color, fill it, and that's when you get your base colors. Now, normally that's the way you could do it, or you could just paint it individually, like go with the white, just for the sake of this character, put a color in the background, and you could just paint it with a selection tool. You have to set a selection source. You could do that. I find that I don't like doing that. I prefer doing this way, and you'll see why in a minute. So when you have these layers like this, what I normally do is create a folder, clip that folder to the layer, and just from the folder open up a layer and you can color it, and you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about coming out of the, sorry, put too big of a brush. You don't have to worry about coloring outside the line art. You're staying inside the lines. And since this character is very simple, I will just use one layer for each thing that this has. Oh, another trick that you could use, as you can tell, my line art or my sketch layer, it's not very opaque. You could duplicate it, copy the layer, and put it on Shine and Shine. You can change this to blue, for example, and it will make your line art more consistent. No, it will make your line art darker, which is fine. It's what I want. And then I'll just go in and fill the colors in, and I will speed this up for you because it's gonna be very boring. Now, I'm done with the colors. This character is very simple, so I don't have to do that much. But let's say, for the sake of this video, that you are shading. What you would do, or what I normally do, it's just create a layer above the folder, clip it to the gray area, and go in with, let's say, this gray, for example. And I would just go on about shading it. And as you can tell, this color is not very good with white. It makes it look opaque. It makes it look really boring, really flat. It I don't really like using gray when I color my things, just because it looks a little bit opaque. But we can change that. We can make it better. Okay, that's it. I'm done with my shading. Maybe you can shade it here too, why not? Too big of a brush. No, I don't like it. I don't like it much. I'm gonna lower the opacity. Before I lower the opacity, I'm gonna lock the layer, and I'm gonna go in with maybe this purple, why not? And then just shade it. And that looks better. It really is as simple as that. And let's say you wanna be a little fun, you wanna have a little fun. I will just use an airbrush, color that in, color a little bit here, and the eyes a little bit, and that's how you do this, really. Oh, sorry. That's how you do this. That's how I do my pieces, my sketches, most of the time. But let's say you don't want to stop here, you want to go the extra mile, you're being paid extra for this. You go to the first layer, and you are going to color the line art. I know, it's pretty basic, but it works wonders. When you color a line art, it's gonna look better. But it doesn't always work out. I don't always do it. It depends. If I see that the character needs it, I will do it. If the character doesn't need it, then I won't. But for this character, I will do it. And you can tell it adds a lot. It's You add something to it, you know? And you are done. You are done. Well, no, not really. We still have some few things to go over with. So I see this character is really fluffy. I like that it's fluffy. What I would like to do is add more fluffy things. So I will go with a softer brush and then just add these little things here and there. Maybe here on the tail. Why not? The tail might be fluffy. I don't know. And you can accentuate the fluff in the chest. You can add some hairs here, like this. Or you can even add the eyelashes if you want. I think I'll do it. Why not? It looks cute. And I do this in a top layer. I don't go back in my sketch and sketch it. Like, it's just a waste of time. That way you can also correct your mistakes if you have any mistakes. For example, this, I don't like how it looks. I can go in with the white color and fix it. And it looks way better. If you want to add shines, again, another layer, shine. And you're just gonna do this to the beans. And maybe the tone, why not? Needs a little shine. And just like that, I'm done. I'm done with this piece. Now, say you don't like how messy the layers look. What you can do in Paint SAI at least is press Control and up. I don't know how this thing is called. I will put it here in the video though. And it's gonna select all the layers. And you create a folder. You just create a folder and it goes in. And now you're organized. That's how it is. That's how easy it is to do it. And then you select it, selection, dilate selection. And just add a white border to the character. In this case, the character is already white, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna add a bluish thing. Now, for the background, I'm just gonna keep it simple. And I'm gonna do a gradient. From pink to bright. That one, darker, gradation tool, and that's it. That's how I render my pieces. No, that's not how I render my pieces. That's how I do my sketches. That's how I clean my sketches. That's how I do my stuff. It might not work for you, but it works for me, and that's what matters. And if you would like a tutorial on how I do my eyes, how I do anatomy, or anything like that, just let me know. I'll do it. I'm free. If you have any questions, again, just ask. There's no right or wrong here. We're all learning something new. And that's it. Thank you for watching.